MrBeast is one of the most popular YouTube content creators in the world, and many suspect the highest paid too. Following his recent accomplishment of going past 101 million subscribers, many of his fans might be curious to know more about their favorite YouTuber, especially about how far he has made it in his career. So how much money does MrBeast really make, and what's he really worth? Let's find out. Before we get into it though, we must know more about the man behind the beast. At just 22 years old, Jimmy Donaldson, the man behind the MrBeast channel, is one of the most viewed and highest paid creators on the platform. He started making videos at the age of 12, with his channel getting 122 million views a year before he turned 19. Jimmy pulled hilarious stunts like reading every word in the dictionary and turning a backyard into a ball pit. He even went as far as giving away $1 million, but barely giving about a minute or so to use it. His elaborate pranks and money giveaways helped him grow his channel into the monster it is today. So, you may wonder, how much does MrBeast earn from YouTube? Forbes declared MrBeast as the highest earning YouTuber of 2021. The YouTube maestro pulled in $54 million in gross revenue. His 10 billion views, alongside the MrBeast burger franchise, meant Jimmy Donaldson almost doubled his income in 2021 after ranking second on the list the previous year. He earned as much as $54 million from various income sources such as advertising and sponsorship contracts, as well as products such as clothing and video games. But how much does he earn from YouTube alone? As of 2022, in a month MrBeast earns somewhere between $3 and $5 million, according to Social Blade, an analytics-focused service. According to various reports, MrBeast has invested a maximum of $3.5 million on a single YouTube video, but on average he is found investing as much as $300,000 to produce each video. Other than his main channel, MrBeast runs 5 other channels as well. While his primary channel has more than 101 million subscribers, his total subscribers count is around 200 million. His other channels are Beast Philanthropy with 9.52 million subscribers, MrBeast Gaming with an impressive 28.4 million subscribers, MrBeast Shorts which has 14.8 million subscribers, and Beast Reacts which has 18.7 million subscribers, and lastly MrBeast 2 with a modest 6.77 million subscribers as of now. Video ads garner vastly different CPMs in different countries. A video ad in the US and Canada pays significantly more than an ad view in Brazil. However, it would be safe to assume an average video CPM of $5. That's $5 per thousand views, net to MrBeast. At 283 million views, this equates to $1.4 million in net earnings. Back when MrBeast's main channel had 54 million subscribers, it was generating an average daily audience of 11 million viewers from unique sources. According to MrBeast himself, ads running on those videos had the potential to bring up to about $55,000 per day, which is $20 million per year. Moving forward, MrBeast also has some truly mind-blowing merchandise sales. Last year MrBeast made around $54 million in revenue, making it to the top of Forbes' highest paid YouTube list. Apparently, almost half of that amount came simply from merchandise sales according to different sources, which is around $2.25 million per month. Let's round down to $2 million to be conservative. Tallying these 3 revenue sources, and we get $5.4 million. That equated to $174,193 earned every single day during that time. Turns out his merch just might be the holy grail of his career and money-making ventures in general. Let's now jump into MrBeast's brand collaborations and sponsorships. MrBeast earns a decent amount from brand collaborations and sponsorships due to his popularity. In fact, instead of saying MrBeast collaborates with the brands, it will be better to say brands collaborate with MrBeast. With his every video easily crossing the 30 million mark, his YouTube channel is the go-to place for both big and small brands if they want to promote their products. He's been sponsored in the past by companies like Electronic Arts as well as Microsoft. He's also partnered with renowned brands such as Nike and Champion. He also earns from merchandise sales of his own brand, MrBeast. With his continuous growing popularity, now more and more brands are approaching him. And because of the huge fan following, MrBeast can charge a pretty hefty amount for giving just a few seconds in his video. It has been reported previously that MrBeast charges $1 million per month to be the primary sponsor of his main video page. It would be safe to assume that through sponsorships on his other channels, Beast is pulling in another $1 million minimum, for a total of $2 million. Enough of all that. Do you wonder what other assets MrBeast has, apart from these obvious ones? MrBeast seems to have quite a few backups and investments, so in the case that his YouTube revenue ever dwindles, he's in a safe spot. MrBeast has some great properties. He's got 4 different and lavish houses in Georgia, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and New York. Jimmy never stays in one place for too long because he's always on the lookout for spots to make better content, always switching between locations. In other types of asset gathering, MrBeast has a keen eye as an investor. He invested in the tech company Backbone, which produces the Backbone One, a controller that makes smartphones appear more similar to Nintendo Switch controllers, and is also behind the Backbone app, a content creation and social tools app for its user. When it comes to his car collection, MrBeast currently has 3 luxurious models from different companies. He's got a Lamborghini Huracan Spider worth $229,000, along with a Tesla Model S that costs $90,000. Another car in the collection of MrBeast is Nissan Armada, which is the only SUV in his garage. The Nissan Armada can touch the top speed of 119 miles per hour, and it is priced at $53,500. At one point, he also owned a Lamborghini Gallardo, priced at around $102,000. And yes, he even owns a BMW i8 Coupe, which is worth $149,000, as well as an old model of BMW 3 Series priced at $42,000. Ooh, we're feeling hungry now, so let's move towards MrBeast's take on the fast food industry. In 2020, MrBeast launched one of his biggest projects to date in the form of MrBeast Burger. They started with 300 locations in the US, but since then they have expanded to 1,000 locations across North America and Europe. MrBeast revealed the astonishing amount of money the burger chain has earned in the US so far. He announced Beast Burger has shared over $100 million in revenue with restaurants across America. On Twitter, he explained that the restaurants keep most of the revenue from the orders that they fulfill for MrBeast Burger, as it is a delivery-only fast food chain. The chain has created some limited menu items since launching, quite a few inspired by popular content creators. That's not his only addition to the fast food industry though, because recently MrBeast announced the creation of a new food company called Feastables, which launched with its own brand of chocolate bars called MrBeast Bars. At launch, they offered 3 flavors of bars: original, almond, and quinoa crunch. Not stopping with just food, MrBeast seems to have stepped in with a mobile game venture too. Back in 2020, MrBeast released a one-time multiplayer mobile game titled Finger on the App in collaboration with Brooklyn-based art collective MSCHF. The players start the game by touching their phone screen, and the last person to stop touching the screen wins $25,000. The game had nearly 1.1 million downloads, and more than 400,000 players were still glued to the app at the 3-hour mark in a bid to win $25,000. Ultimately, MrBeast ended the game after 70 hours, awarding $20,000 to each of the final 4 contestants. It was such a huge success that a sequel of the game was in the making for the future. However, it got postponed and soon due to a flood of downloads, causing the game to crash and demanding the game's developers to boost their servers. This time around, the grand prize was about $100,000, drawing in even more attention. Lastly, how can we forget MrBeast's current net worth? According to different sources online, it is around the $56 million mark. Not to mention there are various mediums through which he manages to make that much amount. Despite his huge net worth, it's still a mystery as to how much exactly he makes from his videos. Given his reach of millions of followers, the number is probably pretty high, but still, there's still no exact number available. The same goes for his videos that have been on the trending list this year. One of his most popular videos of 2022 includes the one in which he built the world's most dangerous escape room. So far, it's gotten more than 119 million views, which is truly quite impressive. That's all we have for you today. Does MrBeast's grand network of sources of income inspire you? Let us know below. If you'd like to dive into the shocking secrets behind Andrew Tate's wealth, check out this video here. Until next time, buddies.